a touchdown! Oh my, Chris Stevens with a
little bit more room. Hey, thumb on the football! And a big man scrambling!
Action pass to him. He fires to the top. One-handed catch.
Buchanan Simons is open. Breaks the tackle. This is going to be a 70-yard touchdown. Buchanan Simons.
Over the top, and that might be the most impressive interception all day.
What a shoot.
Breaking through a tackle.
Oh no.
what a ridiculous sequence of events.
He's got Heath McDaniel Jr. inside the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Carolina.
The kick is blocked from Zuderveld. It's loose.
How? What?
Ladies and gentlemen of League City, Texas, and around the world, Week 3 Simulation Football League action from Medal of Honor Field in Denton, Texas, as the Carolina Skyhawks are in town to take on the Lone Star Glory. Stephen Hacker joining me, Andy Hamilton in the booth. Stephen, quite a battle between these two teams lies ahead of us tonight.
Yeah, two great teams looking to get a victory here against with all these fans in attendance at the convention, and I know both teams are looking to get that victory. It's been a great slate of games here today, Andy. Everybody has really competed here in this convention matchup, and I think that we got a great one set up today.
We have quite the battle, and we have quite the group of players from both teams at the convention hall here tonight. Looking forward to the battle that lies ahead of us. Matt South and Ace Fennick, the quarterbacks, set to do battle. And we have two owners, Charles Doherty and Harish Prasad, in attendance tonight. And they are going to fist fight depending on if this thing goes to overtime. That's the only way we decide who wins.
That's how we settle it. There are no ties in the SFL, so it is going to come down to some kind of blood death match. I'm very excited to see how that shakes out on the field.
Lone Star wearing blue tonight. Carolina is wearing the all-silver with the red trim. The Skyhawks will call the toss, and everyone has their drinks ready to go here in League City, Texas from the SFL convention. And we want to thank those of you who are watching at home in the chat. We see you as well, and we are ready for Week 3 action. Stephen, the games today have been incredible, and I expect nothing less between these two teams who are looking to go for it.
These teams have to be excited to get their shot to get on the field here. With all these great fans, the energy in the building is electric. It's been a great day, and I know these two teams are ready to cheer their team on.
The home team, Lone Star Glory, will start with the football. The cheers on the camera is going around, and we are underway. Return will be fielded from the goal line, brought out across the 20-yard line, still on the feet to the 26, and that is where we will start the game, and we'll run through the Lone Star offense. Ace Fennick, the quarterback, number 12. Ike McBride, the halfback. Pseudo Nakai at fullback. Greg Soto, Deuce Fennick, and Dave Axis are the wide receivers. Adam Williams, Ziggy Hronik, and Rylan Caudill are the offensive tight ends and guard for the Lone Star Glory, wearing blue with white and the stars on the side of their uniforms today. First play from scrimmage, handoff. McBride gets 3.
McBride's going to be, I think, that key factor for Lone Star today in this ballgame. Last week had a huge performance on the ground, Andy, and I think she's going to be excited to keep the carry in the rock here in this ballgame. Yeah,
definitely a ground and pound running back, willing to run over any and all defenders in her way, and that will certainly be something to keep an eye on for this Skyhawks defense, which we'll run through here in a minute. 2nd and 7 and an empty set for Ace Fennick. He'll take a 3-step drop and dump it off to the tight end. That is good yardage there. 6 more will bring up 3rd and 1. They were able to connect there with Adam Williams.
Yeah, great yards after the catch by Williams there. Really been quiet all season long. Good to see him get involved early in this game.
I tell you who's not quiet. This crowd here at the SFL convention, they are rowdy and ready to go. And it'll be 3rd and 1 for Lone Star. They will toss it out. McBride on a screen play. She's got the first down yardage to the 37.
That's a great job by Siobhan Prasad to get out there in the flats to make that play. Only a short gain, but not before Lone Star able to convert the first down.
Let's run through this Skyhawks defense quickly. Ryan Ray, John Neville's the defensive ends. Phil Hall at defensive tackle. Shrevin Prasad is the inside linebacker. David Ware and Chad Stinson, the outside linebackers. Tristan Hatley, Mark Martin, and Davidson Joseph, the cornerbacks. Daniel Valentine, Monte Wyatt, the free safeties. Kane Vasquez, the strong safety, and I believe he might have been in on that tackle coming up, a 2-yard run.
Yeah, and continuing to give the ball back to the running back. I like that approach. I think Lone Star is going to find great success if they continue to run the ball with Ike McBride.
2nd and 8 from the Lone Star 40. They've got this drive moving down the field. They've been doing everything they need to do, and now they will face a 3-3 from the Carolina Skyhawks defense. A little bit of a screen play out to McBride again. Block in front by Caudill. McBride runs through a defender, and it'll be 3rd and inches out of bounds, just short of the line to gain.
Yeah, and the footwork by the offensive line, Rylan Caudill, is absolutely something to watch. 2 screens there, both times getting out on the edge, able to make that nice block for the running back.
Caudill, in his 3rd season with Lone Star, came over from the Vancouver Legion along with Charles and some other players on this Glory team, and they've been doing it in Texas ever since, and they need a couple of inches to move the chains here against the Skyhawks defense. 3rd and a few, McBride. Nakai leads the way. McBride has first down yardage and more. Pyle driving the defense to the 43.
Yeah, and really good job by Lone Star to keep pounding the ball away. But, you know, Carolina really has to do something internally with their front 7 to try to slow the ball carrier down, maybe commit a little bit to the run early in this ball game.
Yeah, lots of pressure there on Phil Hall, Ryan Ray, and John Nevels to slow down this rushing offense. But now they'll go into the gun with 4 receivers wide. 3 to the top of the screen, McBride to Fennick's left. Fennick gonna go for the corner route over the top, and that is gonna be a touchdown for the Lone Star Glory. Huge play on the corner route. It's 6 for Dave Axis.
And Dave Axis, unavailable to be here at the convention, but here for his team in spirit, absolutely providing a huge play for Lone Star to open up this ball game.
Axis finds the end zone. Ace Fennick on a beautiful corner route there. They almost lulled the defense to sleep there, Steven, with some of those run plays over the top for the score, and Lone Star leads on the opening drive of the game.
Yeah, and just as I was calling for the defense to really adjust to that run,
yeah,
it seems like maybe Carolina did, and then, you know, Lone Star just took the top right off of him. Great throw by Ace Fennick there.
Yeah, beautiful throw from Fennick, 3rd season player, able to put it over the top of the defense, and Lone Star has the early lead here, and plenty of Lone Star players in the front of our player cam there in the top left of your screen getting excited. Extra point up and through there from the kicker for the Glory, and that will set up 7-0. Carolina's turn to respond. Steven, their defense tried to keep Lone Star out, but now it'll be their offense's turn to try and match.
Yeah, and I think it'll be really important to have a prolonged drive. Maybe it doesn't have to go to points right away, Andy.
Correct.
But I definitely think that they need to prolong the drive here. 3 and out is the worst thing for Carolina on this drive.
The Skyhawks wearing silver and red, plenty of them in attendance, including Whistle Jones, Harish, and Trevin Prasad, and a couple more. Here is the return. This one will only get out from Prasad out to the 29, and that is where the Skyhawks offense will take over. Let's run down the offensive weapons for Carolina. Matt South, the quarterback, his 1st season in Carolina, coming over from Portland. Logan Jack, the halfback. Sam Avalis, Heath McDaniel Jr. and Harish Prasad are the receiving threats. Tony Zoma and Vince DeSantis are the tight ends for this offensive unit for Carolina. They will start with 1 back offset to the left, both tight ends and 2 receivers out on the field. Short drop for South, pressure in his face, fires, and it's caught for a first down. Harish Prasad out to the 40.
That's a great route by Harish Prasad, but even better throw by Matt South.
Yeah.
Blitz coming from the outside, able to make the nice throw with pressure in his face and completes it for a first down.
Yeah, late backside pressure was coming, but South almost didn't even move in the pocket, didn't sweat. He was able to find Prasad on the opening play, and now they are going to go heavy. Logan Jack in the backfield against a 4-2 nickel look for the Lone Star Glory. They are going to screen out of this. Ooh, the cornerback bit on it, and Logan Jack will get 2 yards, but early pressure there from the cornerback coming in looked almost, Steven, like it could have been a play on the ball.
Yeah, it looked like if the cornerback had a little bit more awareness, maybe got that hand up or a little bit better jump, maybe could have made a play, almost a pick 6 on that one. But South fortunate to get that one over the cornerback's head.
And live to see 2nd down. 2nd and 8 for the Skyhawks, and South will go under center now. 2 in the backfield and a 4-2 look again. They will give Logan Jack left side a spin, and Jack will only get a yard. It brings up a very important 3rd and 7.
Yeah, both of these teams, Andy, I think want to use their running backs to be the focal point of their offense. Ike is a little more of a power back, but Logan Jack comes out of the backfield, a great receiver, a good finesse back on the outside as well. So 2 dangerous weapons for both of these teams.
Yep, and the chat wants us to mention that Harish Prasad survived the first play, something that he hasn't done at a convention before. So did make a catch, he did make some impact, and now they're going to throw, and that one is incomplete. Kind of a floater there. The big pressure was coming by Bobo Caudill, and Carolina has to punt.
So it was a good job by Carolina, able to get at least 1 first down on that drive, take a little bit of time off the clock, take a look at what the defense is trying to do. So I think that was good by Carolina, but even better defense by Lone Star early in this ballgame.
Yeah, and it was Evan Lacey who almost came away with the interception. Didn't even get to go through the Lone Star defense. We'll do that at a later date, but for now, it's going to be a punt from Mike Johnson of the Carolina Skyhawks, who will send this one away on 4th and 7. Lone Star will be back to return it with a 7-point lead. Snap back, the Glory going to set up for the return. Kick is away. It'll be fielded at the 23 and brought out and smacked at the 29-yard line. That is where the offense will come back out for Lone Star. The first drive, really clinical, Steven.
Yeah, and Lone Star really changed the pace really well. Threw in some power runs, some short throws, and then the big play over the top to Dave Axis. Lone Star looked sharp on their first drive.
And apparently it's the birthday of James Klein, one of the owner of the Carolina Skyhawks. Want to wish him the best happy birthday from all of us here at the convention.
Happy birthday, James.
He's 19 years old today, James Klein is. Here is the give to Ike McBride on 1st and 10. McBride runs all the way down to the 44, right through the gap.
Yeah, great blocking up front by Lone Star. Monty Wyatt was the first one to touch Ike McBride, and she was about 15 yards down the field. Great tote by the running back there.
Well, and this offense in Lone Star is built to run the football. Has a fullback and a guard as well as 2 tight ends. They are really built to pound the ball down the defense, and they do that there with Ike McBride.
Yeah, and I think they're going to continue to do that, Andy. They really want to balance that running and passing attack, but I think you got to stay honest and trust that they're going to try to take you off the top too, as they're doing here.
Big
Andy.
Floater, and that one's almost picked off. It was Kane Vasquez back there who was playing coverage on Greg Soto, could not wrap the hands around it.
Yeah. So Carolina getting a little wise there. The first drive they took them off the top, and now Carolina being a little bit more playing their responsibility and able to get a hand on that one.
Yeah, check that. That was Davidson Joseph on the play, who's also here at the convention. Almost got the hands around it. That would have been a game-changing turn. Now a 3-3 look out of the Carolina defense. Shotgun here for Ace Fennick. Pseudo to the left. Ike McBride to the right. Fennick going to throw. Ace fires it. Caught. Dave Axis. First down catch right across the middle.
And that's, Fennick, you can't complain there. Took a quick drop, surveyed the field, and got the ball out of his hands and into the hands of his weapons, which is exactly what you want to do. And great job by Dave to secure that target.
Yeah, Mr. Axis makes another big play across the middle, and that'll set up 1st and 10 for Ace and the offense at the 46-yard line. Just over 5.5 minutes to play here in a quick-moving first quarter. Lone Star has had the ball nearly all of it, and they are going to try and put more points on the board. Ace stands in the pocket, fires across the middle, caught fumble, and Carolina scooped it up. Kane Vasquez comes up with the fumble recovery at the 41-yard line. Huge play for the Skyhawks to turn the tide.
Yeah, and I was just about to say, man, it'd be great if Carolina could apply some pressure on Lone Star here. They get the fumble, and Bobo Caudill able to get a tackle on top of some great blocks early in this ball game, but Kane Vasquez able to scoop that ball up and get a couple of yards after picking it up off the ground, and Carolina, pretty good field position here.
It brings the Skyhawks contingent in the left side of your fan cam there to their feet as the ball goes into the Skyhawks' hands. No challenge is what they're excited about. The ball came out of Deuce Fennick's hands there on the Lone Star side, and now Carolina gets a chance to counter the 7 points again. Here is the give to the right side, Logan Jack just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Great play from Freddie Trammell and a good opportunity to go through the Lone Star defense. Jukin Rukin, Yogi Barr, and Bobo Caudill, along with Tina Begin, are the defensive linemen for the Glory. Freddie Trammell and Jay Mart are the linebackers. Mickey McGuire, Bo Martin Jr. are the corners. Evan Lacey, Albert Begin, and Nate Hall, the safeties for this Lone Star team playing in front of the home crowd tonight. Flip outside, that is caught. It'll gain a couple of yards to Tony Zoma.
Yeah, and a great effort by Nate Hall in good position. Just couldn't quite get the hand on the ball, but right there where he needed to be, Zoma just with the better play on that one.
Yeah, and Carolina, through their first 2 drives, have gone to those flats a couple of times, and Hall has been there. You just have the feeling that it's only a matter of time before he's able to make a play on one of those footballs.
Carolina might have to make an adjustment out of the flats, definitely.
Yeah, that might be something to watch throughout today's game. 3rd and 8 for the Skyhawks, trying to get across midfield. 2 in the backfield, spread look. Deep drop from Matt South. South wants it all, and he's got it all! Touchdown, Carolina! All the way to the end zone goes Heath McDaniel Jr. for 6.
And Carolina's loving it. They're celebrating, and we're loving it here at the convention in League City. And Heath McDaniel ties this ball game up, extra point pending. Andy?
Just like that, the Tides turn with 50 XZ deep outs. Evan Lacey misjumps it, and that is the difference, Stephen, that a fumble and a turnover can make. It was nearly a few plays later, and Carolina's right back in this football game.
Yeah, it's a blank slate, clean ball game. It's a tie ball game now, and you know, you have to feel like even though Lone Star is the home team, that Carolina has a little bit of that momentum right now. Just, you know, it felt like Lone Star was kind of in control on the ground, but Carolina is really competing. They're making some adjustments on defense. Now they got to get it figured out on offense.
Absolutely. A huge turn of events as Lone Star fumbles the football. Carolina recovers, and then a few plays later, they hit the deep ball there to Heath McDaniel Jr., and they add 6. The extra point makes it 7 there from Whistle Jones, and we are all knotted up with 4:28 to go here in the first quarter. Stephen, before that, though, Lone Star's drive was going really well.
Yeah, you know, they really looked in control in their first drive, and it looked like they were going to continue that with the second drive. You know, Carolina, again, stepped up, got the fumble, made a nice play for themselves to get them right back into this ball game. But, you know, Lone Star, I think, is just chomping at the bit to make up for that last mistake, and I think they're ready to get back out on the field.
They'll have the opportunity immediately as they field the kick and bring it out across the 20-yard line. Returner still on his feet, and he'll get out to the 23, and that is where Lone Star's offense will come right back out. Ace Fennick, the quarterback, has been playing really well tonight, but it's really kind of been the Ike McBride show, Stephen. Yeah,
definitely Ike McBride is going to be that cog that makes this offense work. And then Fennick is going to try to sprinkle in targets here and there, take what the defense is going to give them, but really want to use those weapons downfield. But Ike McBride is going to be the one that extends this drive for the glory.
4 down linemen, 2 in the backfield for Carolina. Empty set here for Fennick. Moves in the pocket, floats underneath. That is complete, and it's going to be good for a couple of yards there to Alvin York, the tight end.
Yeah, York, one of the backup tight ends there to come out on the field for Lone Star. And you know, when your number gets called, you got to help your quarterback out. So great job being that far down the depth chart to make a play for your team.
Well, and with the special teams maybe taking some of the tight ends off the field on those plays, the first play out of the gate, sometimes you need those role players to make an impact. York made the catch there, makes it a much more manageable 2nd and 3. Nickel look again, they give McBride. Ike McBride powering through defenders down to the 42.
And she's really running with a purpose here in this ball game. I mean, I had the honor of calling the game last week with her, and she had a phenomenal touchdown run, Andy. And she just really is just a dangerous weapon inside the tackles, running between the guard and the center. She's an unstoppable force.
Yeah, something about that shoulder from McBride, I'm sure, was in the nightmares of the Carolina Skyhawks for weeks before this game, and now they are facing it live on this screen in front of the convention and all the people around the world. Shotgun look here, and Fennick gonna pump, gonna fire on the out route. Oh, how was that not deflected? It somehow finds its way into the hands of Greg Soto.
And Carolina is in position on some of these plays.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just mistimed that one, and able to dump it in there to Soto as he falls out of bounds. And Carolina is in position, I think, to make some plays. It looks like they did their homework and they're prepared for Lone Star here.
Yeah, it certainly seems, Stephen, like through this first quarter, whenever Lone Star runs, Carolina has had trouble. Whenever they pass, Carolina is prepared. It's just a question of whether they can actually make the play.
Yeah, sometimes it's a 50-50 ball and it just doesn't go your way.
Here is Fennick on a deep drop. Fennick gonna fire deep down the middle of the field. Collected! That completion to Adam Williams will go down to the 28.
And a big target. This tight end is one of those elite weapons. Really has been really quiet these first couple of weeks, but one of those players you have to game plan for, and shows you why right there.
Yeah, one of the sneakiest tight ends in the league. Gets behind Kane Vasquez to make that catch down to the 28, and Carolina will have to keep an eye on him and all the weapons on Lone Star's offense. There are quite a few of them. some of which a little more loud than other ones. Shotgun look here, too, in the backfield. They'll flip it out. Ike McBride, dangerous, and through one. And Ike McBride powers her way for 9. Unbelievable.
So I want to try to start tracking, like, how many yards Ike McBride gets after that first
hit,
contact. Because that first contact then dragged 2 defenders like an extra 3 yards. Sets up a second inches, Andy.
Yeah, we don't have anyone keeping stats here at the convention, but someone with a sticky note can probably write down how many defenders Ike McBride runs through after that first piece of contact. And Charles yells 12. I don't know if that's accurate. They're going to flip it out to Ike McBride again. And, oh, that time she takes the hit. Huge. Trading it back from Stinson. It is going to be a first down, but Stinson lowers the boom hammer on McBride.
Yeah, boom hammer it is, and that's the 3-season vet making the play for Carolina. You know, but Lone Star was able to get the first down on that one, but Carolina really needs to clamp down here inside the SFL red zone.
Justin Reside in the chat says that's 3 or 4 that she's ran through. He's on the stats team. He's doing his job.
I
even
trust
when he's
his
not
numbers,
needs
man.
to be.
He's a great statistician.
Flip out to Pseudo Nakai. The fullback goes through 1. He's been known to go around players in his SFL career, not through them, but that time right through 1, picks up 5.
And it's great to see Pseudo getting involved. A fan favorite, team favorite here for the Lone Star Glory, and it's good to see him get his carries early in this ball game.
He's all right, I guess.
He's all right, I guess.
7 all here in this one, just over a minute to go. The Glory knocking on the door. They're going to go 3 wide in a split spread look. Pseudo Nakai to the left, Ike McBride to the right of Ace Fennick. Fennick stands in the pocket, going to check it down to McBride. McBride fights forward and picks up 2.
Yeah, and that was really the only thing Carolina gave to Fennick there was that dump off to McBride. All the slants, all the posts downfield were covered. And they dropped everybody back in coverage on that one. So good job by Fennick just to get it out of the hands.
3rd and 3. The Skyhawks trying to bend but not break. This is going to be a tight end flex. Tight end flexed against a 3-3 from Carolina. Fennick going to throw out of this. It is a 90XZ speed unders, and Soto has enough for the first down with that catch down to the 5.
And at the 5-yard line, 1st and goal, Andy, I would just line up Ike McBride. 3 attempts from here. I call that a win. I mean, I think Ike McBride's gonna truck you into the end zone easily. So I feel good from the 5-yard line with 3 attempts.
Ike McBride in the chat says Charles needs a bucket of beer. He has a bucket of beer, believe it or not, Ike. It's definitely there.
We can see it.
We can see it. 1st and goal for Lone Star. They are going to run off the right side, and Carolina read that well. The Skyhawks were there in a hurry despite the pulling guard.
Yeah, that was a great job by the front 7 of Carolina to get in there and blow that play up in the backfield. Loss of 1 on that one.
And that will take us to the end of 1. 7 all. These 2 teams going back and forth. And it is 7 all as we head into the second quarter. Both teams have had their moments, Steven. I think Lone Star has much more time of possession at this point, but Carolina, with their fiery turnover and deep ball, are in this game.
Yeah, you know, and Lone Star is not afraid to take the deep shot in this one either.
Not at
all.
all.
Showing that they're wanting to take the shots, but it'll be interesting to see which team can come up with those balls and really take the lead in this one.
Indeed. Here is a give to McBride out of a gun set. McBride through 1. McBride through 2. McBride for 6. Ike carries into the end zone, and the start of the second quarter is done by 6 for the Glory.
And a big pose at the end of that run. Just nobody can contain me, and Ike McBride is just here to play today.
The Lone Star Glory have been here to play, and look at this run. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, I mean, just when she lowers that shoulder, she's a different kind of animal. Yeah,
it's impossible.
It's crazy. You know, these finesse backs, you know, BDG Hollywood with the double spins.
Yep.
Lowering that shoulder like that shoulder charge is a dangerous weapon.
It reminds me almost of Marshawn Lynch running through defenders,
Yeah,
but also having the speed to break away when it's needed.
Absolutely. It's a different kind of look, but it still has its merit.
Absolutely. 7 more for Lone Star as Purvis adds the extra point. Now 14-7, Lone Star on top of Carolina. The Skyhawks need another spark.
Yeah, and their first possession of the first quarter, Lone Star drives it down and scores. First possession, second quarter, it's kind of extended into the second, but
we'll let it
call
slide.
that. We're going to allow it because it's convention weekend. But
exactly.
You know, again, starting out these quarters, Lone Star really taking control, so it's going to be on Carolina again to respond.
Absolutely. The Skyhawks will field this return, and they will bring it out. Short kick, and Harish Prasad is going to bring this one out across the 30 to the 32. Great starting field position.
and that's what Carolina's going to need. You know, they're relying on the big plays. I think they're going to need the good starting field position so that Logan Jack can try to help them get down there so they can extend the drives. I really think that that's going to be important for Carolina. With the way that Ike McBride is playing, they're going to have to find a way to help balance that time of possession. Andy.
Absolutely. They have painted the flats, and now Lone Star is going to play bump coverage against a bunch formation. And South is going to fire it out to Logan Jack out of the backfield. Jack picks up 5 before being ridden down there by Jay Mart.
And I think that's something that I would continue to go to. I think Lone Star maybe wants to press Carolina here, and if they're going to press, throw your running back out of the flat, and that's good for 3 or 4 yards every time. You know, if that linebacker can't get there, you can wear him down. Your running back's going to have a field day out there.
Yeah, and that bunch formation makes it hard to play press with those men off the line of scrimmage. They do so here again by dropping 2 off the line of scrimmage here. Another run to Logan Jack. Jack pushing the pile forward. Going to be 3rd and 2.
So a very 3rd and manageable. You really open up anything in the playbook here, Andy.
Anything.
Play action, run. You can throw the ball. So it'll be interesting to see what Lone Star tries to key on and what exactly Carolina draws up on the offense.
I believe that was Nate Hall on the tackle. Now they're going to go single right here with Logan Jack. South under center will look to throw. 3-step drop, fires across the middle, and it's somehow caught. How in the world did Harish Prasad haul that one in? Beautiful pass.
Yeah, double covered and just hits the tightest of window does Matt South. And Prasad just able to hold on to this one as the defenders are trying to knock it away. Bo Martin Jr. in tight coverage.
Oh,
and
man.
the linebacker there right behind, as well as
Look at this.
even Lacey coming in.
Wow.
Delivers a big hit. Yeah, absolutely, Andy. And great job by Harish to reel that one in.
Well, and when you look at that, I mean, that's not a throw that we've seen Matt South make, you know, last season or the season before in Portland. Comes over to Carolina and almost just has confidence oozing out of him in this offense this season.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
2 in the backfield, 2 receivers wide, and South with a short drop flips it out to Logan Jack. Harish Prasad lays a block, and Jack picks up 7.
And they're not afraid to use Logan Jack as
Not
a
at all.
receiver. This guy can have double-digit receptions any given game, and you know he's a dangerous receiver out of the backfield.
5'11", 210, 4th season in the league for Logan Jack, and he is trying to match what Ike McBride has done in the opening part of this game, but do it in a different way out of the backfield. I formation, and they'll give to Logan Jack up the middle. Jack falling forward for 1st down yardage.
Yeah, great second effort. The Carolina coaching staff and ownership group that are here are loving what they're seeing from their running back early in this game.
Well, and that's what they need to do, really, is counter what Lone Star has done. The game is against your opponent, not against the scoreboard, right? 14-7, you're down by a single score. Your opponent just scored. All you have to do is match that. That's all you need to do is keep pace.
Yeah, you don't have to panic. You don't have to be a hero in one play. You know, just keep using up the time and march down the field.
4 down linemen for Lone Star, 2 linebackers. Here is South going to throw. Late blitz coming. Fires on the outside. It's collected. 7-yard completion there. I believe that might have been Heath McDaniel Jr. for 7.
Yeah, and I was watching Jay Mark go in there on that delayed blitz,
Yeah.
and then on the blitz, it was almost like he realized, I'm not going to get there,
No,
and
no.
tried to adjust back in coverage. So I was really watching Jay Mart on that play, and a little interesting to see what they were trying to do on that one.
He definitely was supposed to blitz and kind of decided afterwards not to. Now they're going to play press up here against the 2 receivers to the top of the formation. Here is South going to dump it off to Jack with plenty of room, and Jack has the 1st down yardage. I was going to say, Steven, when you have man against those 2 twins, the bottom of this field in the flats is wide open.
Yeah, and they're just exploiting it again.
Yeah.
You know, they're putting the pressure on. They're trying to man up, and Logan Jack getting out in the flats is just he's too much of a matchup for these linebackers, and it's an easy 3 to 5 yards every time.
The Skyhawks fans here at the convention have risen up as the louder group at this point in the game. Lone Star had the decibels early, but now Carolina back out in front. Jack with a little bit of a screen, spins back inside. Logan Jack showing shades of BDG Hollywood this weekend, picks up 7.
And again, you know, those finesse backs really like to use that spin move as their go-to, and the power backs really like to use that shoulder charge. So, you know, Logan Jack, just a different kind of back
Spinning.
out here. Yeah, just use that spin, and that's his go-to.
Trying to spin to win. Now they're going to go bunch, single back is Jack, 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers again for Lone Star. Bunch formation, and here is South on a short drop, fires to Harish Prasad, couple yards shy of the end zone. He will get to the 2, and he does rise to his feet. He rises to his feet.
He's not injured. He
Not
is standing
injured.
upright, folks, and almost got into the end zone.
You could almost feel the breath in the convention center hold as he laid there on the ground for an extra second. He did rise to his feet, and on 1st and goal, Harish Prasad still alive.
And you love to see it, Andy.
1st and goal from the 2. Jack in the backfield along with the fullback. 4 down linemen for Lone Star. Give, and Logan Jack is in! Dances his way and picks up 6, and they are an extra point away from tying it up.
Yeah, and Carolina really used the whole length of the field, tried to mix it up a little bit. Harish Prasad really helped out, bail the offense out a couple of times, but Logan Jack really carried the load on that one. Finishes it off with a 2-yard touchdown, and again, extra point pending, tie ball game.
And that is all that these teams can ask to do is keep pace and force the other one to make a mistake. Lone Star with the fumble gave Carolina the opportunity to get back in the game, and from now it's just been each team matching the other team point for point as we go.
Yeah, and I think, again, that's the most important thing. You got to do things. You got to execute and keep yourself in the position to win the ball game. And right now, both of these teams are doing that.
Whistle Jones puts the extra point up and through, and we are tied at 14 with 6:40 to go in the second. Halftime looming. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Been a really clean game, Steven.
Yeah, really, a little bit of a couple mistakes, turnover-wise,
Yep.
but, both teams really look sharp. Their game plans are working pretty well offensively and defensively, so it's been a heck of a ball game. It'll be interesting to see which team can avoid that mistake and really capitalize.
Absolutely, and with a short 72-hour turnaround for playbooks, these teams had put in all of the work they needed to do, and a big return there from Fennick as he gets out to the 29, and that is where the offense will come back out for Lone Star. They've just been putting themselves in the lead, Hacker. From the starting gun, they have been putting points on the board, and they got to do it again.
Yeah, Carolina's really hadn't put the pressure on them.
Correct.
It's really been Lone Star setting the pace and then Carolina matching. So, right now I think Lone Star is totally comfortable running their offensive philosophy.
Gun 3 wide. It's Ross McGinnis at the bottom of the formation. And Fennick out of the shotgun will look to throw it. Fires across the middle and almost throws an interception. David Ware could not get his hands on it.
Yeah, the rookie stepping up. Linebackers have a really hard time making those interceptions, but steps up in front of that one, knocks it away, and that was a big play for Carolina. Almost gets the interception.
David Ware, 6'4", 250, first-round pick, 4th overall, but maybe needed to be the 3rd overall to get that interception.
Yeah, just
there.
maybe a little bit more on the hands. We'll see. Get him on the hands team.
2 in the backfield, Twins to the bottom of the screen. 3-3 look again for Carolina. Fennick will look to throw it again. He's going to dump it across the middle. Soto has the catch and picks up 7, makes it much more manageable, 3rd and 3.
And Lone Star just seems to kind of keep doing that, getting themselves into these kind of manageable situations. And really, that playbook is open, but they ran that double cross underneath that I kind of expect to see that again. I think that's the perfect play for this situation. Yeah,
and you could almost just give it to Ike McBride as well with the way she's been running. 3rd and 3, tosses out of bounds and incomplete. Incomplete pass. Ziggy Hronik could not get the feet in bounds, and it will force Lone Star into a decision, which usually means a punt.
Yeah, I think from this field goal range, given the amount of cap that Lone Star spends on their special teams unit, I expect to see the punt team come out here, Andy. And, now Carolina really has the opportunity to put the pressure onto Lone Star like we were talking about.
Yeah, William Zuderfeld will come on to kick it away. Boat Martin Jr. in the chat wants a challenge. So does Nate Hall, but I don't think they are going to call it. Charles is here in the audience. You want a challenge? He says no, they're going to punt. Zuderfeld will kick it away.
Keeps the red flag in his pocket.
Keeps it in his
challenge
pocket.
Flag here somewhere.
And Harish Prasad will bring it out to the 32. And now, Steven, what we were talking about.
Snag that. You like that? I got you, Dynasty.
Get that on the camera.
Yeah.
Hey, someone clip that in the chat. And so now we will see Carolina for the first time have the opportunity to kind of take the lead and push the game forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Carolina is going to be a heavy dose of Logan Jack. Harish Prasad has been getting open, but again, the running game I think is what's going to set the pace for both of these teams in this one.
Both tight ends on the field. Single back is Logan Jack. Here is the flip out to Jack, one-handed, spins, and will only get 2 before being dragged down by Albert Begin.
And Albert Begin, Lone Star has a couple of new faces on this defense, and Albert Begin's one of those. Tina Begin also joins her husband over there in Lone Star, as well as Nate Hall coming in from Vancouver. to this Lone Star defense. So great play there by some new faces.
Yeah, Jay Mart also joins from Jacksonville, arguably one of the bigger additions. Mart has been all over the field this season. Give to Logan Jack, spins inside, 2 spins, and ran right into Jukin Rukin. Not the big guy you want to meet in the middle of the field.
Yeah, Rukin usually more familiar with the quarterbacks, but able to get downfield into the second level, help drag down the running back.
That's huge from an end.
Yeah, you need that. You need that from your defensive line, that second push to help drag down the ball carrier.
Absolutely. Split backs here, 3rd and 3. They need to get to the yellow line in order to pick up the first down. Short drop for South, fires across the middle, collected. First down yardage for the Carolina Skyhawks. That's going to be Harish Prasad, and he's on his feet again.
And I thought Bo Martin Jr. was going to make a play on that ball, and I thought that he was going to target that more outside receiver. So Matt South faked me out, able to get it to the right receiver, but Bo Martin Jr. was in position to make a play on that one.
He needs to fake out the defense, not the commentators.
Not the commentators.
4-2 look again out of Lone Star, 2 in the backfield. Here is South going to float one in the corner route. Oh, Harish Prasad! How did you do that, young fella?
A healthy Harish Prasad is a difference maker for this Carolina offense. Look at this. I'm so glad we get a replay on this.
Too. Watch this. Unreal. Look at this.
Man.
Oh, man.
Like glue. It looked like me catching that challenge flag just now.
Woo! Yeah, huge catch. I think we're going to have to check Harish Prasad here at the convention for magnets or glue on his hands.
Yeah.
He's got one of them going right now.
Yeah, definitely some kind of tampering going on right now.
We'll check him at the halftime break. 4 minutes to go here in the second. 3 wide for Carolina. Now up to the Lone Star 39-yard line. Here is South on the 4-step drop. We'll flip it out to Logan Jack. Jack spins inside, but could not avoid the tackle there of Jay Mart.
And continuing to mix it up, Andy. I really like the tempo that Carolina is bringing out onto the field with their offense right now. It's looking really good. Again, this is their opportunity to put some pressure on Lone Star,
Yeah.
who's really kind of been the one in control in this ballgame.
Yeah, Carolina definitely has kind of swung momentum a little bit, especially after that fumble, back towards their favor and knotted up at 14. They have a chance to take the lead late in the second quarter. Late blitz from Lone Star, fires one-hander from Zoma. Zoma down the sideline to the 5. Huge catch from Tony Zoma, and what a run-after catch from the big guy.
Yeah, you gotta love the yards after reception, but then the diving receiver on the outside, it looked like McDaniel was trying to take that away from Zoma, and Zoma said, no, this one's mine. I'm taking this one.
And he got a block, too. Look at that. Heath McDaniel Jr. went
That was
from
almost like a
dive
spear
into block.
Yeah, like head first for the block.
Cleaned it up there on the outside, and then it was Zoma down the sideline. He had one tackle to break, and it's Jay Mart again there to make the play.
Yeah, Mart had a really great season last season for Jacksonville, and I think that's an under the radar signing for Lone Star is Jay Mart.
Absolutely. Single back in the backfield, 2 tight ends on the field for Carolina from the 6-yard line. South, 5-step drop, stands in the pocket, gives to Jack, and Jack is going to lose yards. Huge play there from Bobo Caudill, the tackle.
Yeah, 6'7", 350. There immediately met Logan Jack in the backfield.
And the Carolina crowd here, Stephen, at the convention, nervous of all injuries as possibilities. Anytime any player's laying down, they're nervous.
Yeah, the air sucks out of the convention room here, and they're definitely nervous, on their toes about it.
3 receivers wide. They are going to play bump man. That's Heath McDaniel Jr. in the slot. Instead, they give to Logan Jack. Jack picks up what he lost. Not much more than that. 3rd and goal at the 6. Jay Mart again.
Yeah, but I think it's really important for Carolina to protect the ball here.
Yep.
I know you want to get the end zone. I know you want to extend the lead, but if the throw is not there, you got to either throw it away or fire it out of the back of the end zone and get the points to get the lead in this ball
Absolutely.
game. Don't force anything.
Before that, the 2-minute warning here in the first half. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter of play. 14-all Carolina and the Lone Star Glory trying to battle it out. It's been a back-and-forth contest, and I think, Stephen, it might continue to be that way throughout the evening.
Yeah, the way both teams are playing offensively and defensively, executing well on both sides, it could go down to either team.
3 wide again. Heath McDaniel Jr. in the slot at the top. Here is South. Hit as he threw, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Avalos, but he ran right into Bobo Caudill, who's made 2 plays here in the red zone.
Yeah, and that's a tough. It's tough to say, man, that was a good play. But the quarterback was trying to get it out of his hands quickly, and the pressure was there. So the fact that it fell incomplete is a huge win for Carolina. Kick the field goal, take the lead for the first time in this ballgame.
And they are going to send on Whistle Jones to try and put them in the lead. Mr. Jones is here at the convention, and all the pressure is on him to try and give the Skyhawks the lead in this game. About a minute and 58 to go. Snap is good. Jones sends it up and through, and the Carolina Skyhawks on top 17-14.
And Carolina gets their first lead of the ball game, Andy. And
Yes.
now it'll be interesting to see now how Lone Star responds to that pressure.
Absolutely.
Now that they're playing from behind, it'll be interesting to see what kind of strategy Lone Star employs.
Yeah, the Glory have really had the lead basically the whole game. They've never been behind. Now being behind, how do they respond to that adversity? We've heard the contingent here at the convention get a little more quiet and nervous, but we'll see how the team plays out on the field.
As the game gets closer, the volume goes down. Yeah.
The intensity ramps up. Down to the 24. They do have all 3 timeouts, Steven. 2-minute offense can operate almost fully here. We'll get to see a lot of what Lone Star can do in the passing game.
And I really think Lone Star is gonna try to go deep here. That's just my gut feeling. I think that they're gonna maybe look for Ike McBride once, and they're gonna try to score points here before the half.
We'll see what Ace Fennick, the third-year quarterback, can do with this offense. McBride, also a third-year player, along with Axis, Williams, and Caudill, all their third year with Lone Star. 7-step drop for Fennick. Fires on the out route. That is caught at the 41. Huge catch out on that side by Dave Axis, who's been the star for this Lone Star receiving corps today.
Yeah, he's had a relatively quiet season too, but blowing up here in this ball game, looking really sharp. That's a crisp route. Got right in front of the cornerback, and Davidson Joseph's not no slouch out there on as a cornerback.
Not
and,
at all.
Great route by Dave Axis to move his team down the field.
Yeah, he is slouching a little bit over there in his chair, but he is not a slouch on the field. Usually makes a lot of plays. Did no problem, Michael. And but he was not able to make that play there, and Lone Star will set up at the 41. Empty backfield with Ace Fennick. Fennick will take a short drop, 90 all slants fired across the middle, and the catch is made, but a huge hit. Oh man, wow. Kane Vasquez really laid the hammer down there on Deuce Fennick, but Fennick holds on.
Yeah, and Fennick, one of those really solid targets for his quarterback. They call it the ace-deuce connection.
Yep.
And, just one of those consistent receivers. Maybe not the big play guy for Lone Star, but
Right.
a trusted target for the quarterback.
Definitely one who can get open when they need him to, and he did there. Now it gives to McBride on 2nd and a yard. She will move the chains, but they are caught in this formation here in the hurry-up.
It's interesting to see if they have any kind of passes to audible to.
We will see. They give McBride again right up the middle. McBride threw one and clattered down at the 44. Now quickly back to the line. Fennick trying to rally the troops. 2nd and 7. They will give McBride again. McBride threw one. First down for McBride.
And a very, very close spot there. Ref gave it to him, and they're going to continue to stay in the no huddle, Andy.
Yeah, I would burn a timeout myself, but they are going to give to McBride. McBride threw another and then takes a big hit herself, and that will charge the offense for Lone Star to take a timeout. That was a big knock there for both players.
Yeah, Monty Wyatt there at the end of that play had enough. He said, I've had enough, and I'm done. I'm gonna hit you. It's time. And steps up and delivers delivers a big hit on that play. Sets the tone for the defense. That's what they need.
Empty formation. They ran all slants out of this play before. Looks like a man coverage there in the slot. They're going to throw on the corner route deep down the field. It's caught! Greg Soto down to the 8-yard line. One-on-one. Out jumps the defender and is able to make the play on Tristan Hatley.
And it just seems to keep happening. They take these 50-50 shots downfield, and the Lone Star athletes are just making better plays.
It's right there.
Yeah, their playmakers are just out-producing the defense right now, and Lone Star is looking sharp.
Yeah, this is a beautiful 2-minute drive. Now down here to 35 seconds. Takes a timeout, so they have 35 seconds to run 4 plays and try and get in the end, or 3 plays. If they don't get in the end zone, they can kick it to tie the game.
Correct.
But beautifully ran 2-minute offense so far. 4-2 look here out of Carolina. 2 receivers top of the screen. Fennick, 5-step drop, dumps it down to Ike McBride, going the wrong way, and McBride ran down there by Phil Hall.
Yeah, interesting. It looked like McBride was kind of still on the hook on that route, and just the momentum of the route got her in a rough spot.
Fennec to throw again, fires backside, almost picked off. A huge play. That certainly would have turned the tide, but it was unable to be picked off by the defensive end, Ryan Ray, and that would have been asking a lot from him.
Yeah, Ryan Ray, defensive end, you don't expect him to make the play. I was going to say that was Sharon because, we all know that he can't catch the ball for anything. But, it's a tough ask for a defensive end to get out there and make an interception.
3 points, the difference between these two teams with 18 seconds to go before the halftime break. Gun straight here for the Lone Star Glory. Nickel look out of the Carolina Skyhawks. Fennec to throw it. Fennec fires underneath, caught, but tackled well short of the goal line, and they are going to have to use their last timeout to take a field goal attempt to try and tie this game, Stephen. The Carolina defense really stepped up here in the red zone.
Yeah, Carolina did a really good job to stall that drive out. Lone Star maybe feels like they left a little meat on the bone there, but
yeah, for sure.
It's not the end of the world. You get a chance at pretty much a chip shot field goal. You're going to go into half. You get a chance to make some adjustments, and you've really played a really good ball game so far. And going into the half tied, it's anybody's ball game. Who makes the least mistakes in the second half, Andy?
Yeah, very difficult to miss from this field goal range. They're going to go it from the 5 with 3 seconds to go in the second. It's Hugh Purvis on to try and put this one through. Jacob Parrott will be the holder for the 4th and goal attempt with only 3 seconds to go, as Lone Star will try and knot it up right before the halftime break. Snap back to Parrott. Purvis will send it up, and there is a penalty flag. This is very interesting. This is very interesting with 1 second left on the clock.
We got penalty flags flying all over the place, Andy. We better take cover.
That is going to be a holding on the Glory. Skyhawks naturally will accept, and this is going to force Lone Star to try another field goal from a little bit further back.
Yeah, it's definitely smart to accept the field goal. You got to take whatever opportunity you can get there. You never know.
Charles Doherty and this Lone Star contingent here at the convention a little nervous after that one gets kicked back, and now Purvis will have to try it again. Parrott back on to try and hold this one. Still 1 second on the clock. Snap back. Purvis will send it up, and it is good from 32 yards. We are all knotted up at 17 with zeros on the clock for the halftime break.
Yeah, and it was really an exciting half here, Andy, in League City at the SFL convention. And, both of these teams putting their best foot forward, looked extremely prepared, executing on offense and defense. It's been a really fun first half, Andy.
So with zeros on the clock at the halftime break, 17 points for both of these squads as they head into the locker room with plenty to talk about. Stephen, Lone Star jumped out in front early in this game, but Carolina stuck with them, battled their way back, and we're really having a shootout here.
Yeah, and I think it being 0-0, 17-17, I think Ike McBride is about to get that second win, and I think Lone Star is really going to rely on that, and then try to do that mix-up that they did so well in the first half.
Sure.
Found Ike McBride, Dave Axis, big play, Greg Soto, big play, Adam Williams, big play. I think that's really what Lone Star is trying to get going here in this ball game. But for Carolina, they're relying on their star receiver, Harish Prasad, to really do all the work. And, Logan Jack has been here and there hitting miss, kind of gets him going sometimes. But, as a receiver, Logan Jack has really been contributing the most on the ground. So he hadn't contributed as much. So, I'd like to see Carolina try to get the ground game going again. It felt like when they had control of the ball that they were putting a little bit more pressure on Lone Star. So I think Carolina's got to find a way to control the time of possession a little bit more and keep themselves in the ball game.
There are plenty of people watching here live at the SFL convention. Over 100 viewers on Twitch, despite the people in this room watching this tight battle between the Carolina Skyhawks and the Lone Star Glory. We want to thank all of you for watching, whether you're here at the convention or watching from the comfort of your home on Twitch. 17 points all, and I have a feeling, Stephen, that the fireworks are just getting started for these two teams.
I really do. Yeah, Heath McDaniel had that quiet play early, but really Harish Prasad, I'm just waiting for another highlight play for him, and he's just a human highlight reel, and it's going to be one of these games that we all wanted to see what was going to happen with Harish, right? With the last convention, and it's great to see him having a good game here. But this game is not over by any means, and I can't wait to see how it's going to shape out.
Yeah, and Carolina has been a few plays away from maybe turning the tide completely. A couple one-on-ones that could have got picked that didn't. They've had Harish Prasad make an incredible catch on the sideline, and they are actually going to start with the football. The Skyhawks are going to get the ball back in order to to start on offense, and we'll see what Matt South can do to try and put them back out in front after Lone Star came down on the 2-minute drive to then get back at 17. Kick is away. Harish Prasad will bring it out across the 20, and he is tackled from behind down there to the 33-yard line, quickly to his feet for all of the Skyhawks in attendance for their happiness.
And the crowd here at Medal of Honor Field in Denton, Texas, really doing their part, cheering on their team, and they're providing a lot of energy. The fans here at the convention providing a lot of energy for us, and it's getting going here in the second half, Andy. It's going to be a good one.
Certainly exciting to be in the crowd here at the convention. It's been great meeting everyone, getting to know everyone, and I'm sure on the field, the Skyhawks and Glory are going to get to know each other for the next 22 minutes. This flip out to Logan Jack will be good for 4. It'll bring up 2nd and 6 to start this out. Jay Mart there again.
Yeah, and coast to coast. You
Yeah.
know, sideline to sideline, this
Absolutely.
linebacker is able to get there, make plays. So you got to respect the agility and the speed of the linebacker. But you know, I'm really impressed with Logan Jack continuing to get fed as a receiver and able to get 3 or 4 yards every time.
2nd and 6 for the Carolina Skyhawks, who will put 3 receivers out wide. They give Logan Jack up the middle, and that not quite there for Carolina. The Lone Star Glory read that one well. It's J Mart again.
Yeah, and again, Jack really struggling here on the ground. As a receiver, doing just fine. But, I think that could be the difference to unlocking this game plan for Carolina, is finding a way to get that running game going.
I heard they rebranded every Walmart in Denton, Texas to J Mart.
J Mart?
2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers wide. Matt South on a 5-step drop, flips across the middle. Tony Zoma, a huge second play. That's the second big play he's made today that's big.
Yeah, both times for more than 10 yards. And I don't know if you know this, Eddie. You might be a little too young. There was a Kmart here in the South back in the day. It was
I
called
do remember Kmart. Yep.
Yeah, so they don't call it Kmart. It's J-Mart, not Walmart. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm with you.
There you go. 2 in the backfield, 3 receivers wide. Heath McDaniel Jr. out of the slot. That is an important matchup to watch. They are going to throw the slants. They throw there. That is caught. Sam Avalis for 8 yards will make it 2nd and 2.
And I think they listened to you, and they keyed off on McDaniel there in the slot, but it gave Sam Avalis some room there on the outside to fill in right behind him, and he was open just short of the first down.
Avalis, third-year player, 6'3", 195, playing for his hometown Carolina Skyhawks. Out of Raleigh, they are here in Denton for today's game. Flip out, Logan Jack fooled the defense, has the first down, and a little bit more than that, out to the 39, and that's a Skyhawks. Oh, man, I don't know if you could hear that at home, but
Gotta
that was well
love the
timed.
assistance, man. Makes our jobs as commentators so much easier when they just step in and fill in for us. It's great.
I do that at home in my apartment, but no one yells back at me when I'm usually broadcasting, so that does make it more fun with the convention, so we're glad to have them.
Nobody yells back.
No, it's just me. Logan Jack, single back alone in the backfield, just like I would be at home if I wasn't at the convention. And it's going to be South under center. Flip out to Jack again. Jack with a blocker in front and a little bit of room. Jack down the sideline, still rumbling down to the 21-yard line of the Glory. And now Logan Jack is starting to roll.
Yeah, and Albert McGinn over-pursued. I mean, Logan Jack there on the outside, and Albert McGinn had a chance to make the play. Over-pursues Jack, and it affords Jack like 3 or 4 more yards on that reception, Andy.
Yeah, beautiful block there on the outside for the Carolina Skyhawks there, and it's able to spring that first down yardage. That is what the Carolina Skyhawks need, is the extra blockers downfield.
Really, yeah, because Logan Jack, Harish Prasad, Heath McDaniel, these
They
are
can
dangerous
rumble.
weapons. I mean,
Yes.
These are dangerous people on the field for the Skyhawks, so they just have to continue to fight and figure out a way to get it done.
Jay Mart and Logan Jack continue to be best friends in today's game. That's another single yard for Logan Jack before Jay Mart wraps him up, drags him down.
And I think Jay Mart saw the kind of day that E.K. Vincent had earlier today. E.K. almost got up to 20 tackles.
Yeah.
Jay Mart doing his best
He's
effort to
getting
try
there.
to get there, man.
He
Jay
is
Mart,
getting there.
phenomenal effort.
Yeah, Mart, one of the better additions for this Lone Star defense, coming over from Jacksonville. Just his 2nd season in the SFL, first season here with the Glory. Shotgun look for Matt South, who stands in the pocket, fires outside, caught. Heath McDaniel Jr. picks up a couple. It'll be 3rd and 6. Nate Hall in coverage again, just couldn't make the play.
Yeah, and you don't have to take the shot for the end zone.
Right.
I think you want to try to get the first down here, but I don't know that Carolina is going to be able to draw something up. If they try to swing it out to Logan Jack, I don't think that's going to get there. They're just outside of that mark. So I mean, I don't know, maybe a slant down the field, but
yeah,
I don't know if they're there. We'll see.
They are going to go gun straight here. Matt South in the shotgun look. and he will throw out of it. He is going to fire one across the middle. Caught, going to the goal line. Just short of the end zone is Harish Prasad. He can't celebrate just yet over on the left side of the fan cam, but that catch is good to the goal line.
That's twice now. Harish Prasad gets down, inside the 2-yard line, just short of the end zone. So you have to have the feeling like he's going to get in there. He's so close every time. But now Carolina in really good field position to take control of this ball game again, Andy.
Yeah, that was Evan Lacey coming up to lay the hit on Harish Prasad to keep him out of the end zone. Now they are going to go single back and a big, heavy formation on the offensive line. Not Logan Jack in the game. They are going to have trouble. South, incomplete throw. No, it's picked off! It's off the back of the defensive lineman, and the Lone Star Glory hold. Coming up to make the play was Albert Begin. Oh, we got to see a replay of that.
What?
It lands on the back.
Land on the back of 76, Bobo Caudil.
Yeah, held up on the back of Bobo Caudil and scooped up there, and they are not happy about it, are the Skyhawks contingent. Lone Star is calling for the snap before a challenge play can be thrown.
Carolina trying to look at the replay.
This has changed the crowd here in the convention center. Snap is off. Fennick is going to find an open receiver for first down yardage and more. That throw complete to Deuce Fennick.
Ace Deuce, there's the connection, and a first down gets Lone Star some breathing room out of the shadow of their own end zone.
Yeah, talk about craziness, and how about the play, Stephen, from Evan Lacey to keep Harish Prasad 1 yard shy of the goal line to make that play a possibility.
Yeah, that was so amazing. It's just an amazing defensive
Underrated.
play. Yeah, you can't. Sometimes it just happens for you,
Right.
and it just happened for Lone Star right there.
Fennick stands in the pocket, fires across the middle, and they almost gave it right back. Oh, man, Shrevin Prasad in coverage did not have the play on the ball. It was David Ware who could not haul it in, but Shrevin was there too.
And Harish letting them have it right now. We're working all this stuff in the offseason. We putting in all this work. I got you those finger exercise things. Got to catch the ball, man.
2nd and 10, 3-3 look out of the Carolina defense. Shotgun look here for Lone Star. Fennick going to take the snap and stand. Flips out there to the fullback, Pseudo Nakai, out of bounds after picking up 5.
And Ike McBride out there on the right side. Nice reception, and unable to drag her down. Still fighting, standing up, strong. And she's a strong runner, Andy, and it's really tough. I'd like to see them keep feeding her the ball as this game progresses. She's really going to wear down the defense.
Clearly, I want him to give the ball to Pseudo Nakai. I'm trying to get him to do it.
I think you're playing favorites there, Andy. I think
Me?
personal
No.
history. Y'all like each other. It's okay.
No.
As they may lovingly exchange looks across the room.
4 wide here for Fennick. Going to dump it out to Ike McBride. McBride threw one and then clattered short of the line to gain. The Skyhawks, Chad Stinson makes the play, and Lone Star, despite the pick, is going to have to punt it back.
Yeah, and really took the ball away, but has to give it right back to Carolina. Maybe going to force them into a little bit worse field position, but good job by Carolina to calm the storm on that one.
Yeah. Zuderfeld back on to punt this one away, and they are trying to throw a challenge. They're trying to give a challenge flag to Lone Star to see if they want it. Punt is away here for Zuderfeld. Fair caught by Harish Prasad at the 40-yard line, and that is where the offense for Carolina will come back out. Steven, last drive, so close. It doesn't get closer than that.
Yeah, to fall short on the 1 yard line off of the ball landing on a defender's back and just kind of hanging there. I mean, you're right there, so.
Yeah, and it was Grimes that came in to give Logan Jack a play off, which is part of the reason why they didn't throw the screen pass, which they had called, was maybe some uncertainty from South on whether Grimes would be open in the flat and be able to make the play, which caused the interception. Now they'll give it to Logan Jack off the left side with blockers. Jack threw another one, and Logan Jack has first down yardage to the 48 before Nate Hall can drag him down.
And that's the kind of life that Carolina could really use. A big run on first down,
Huge
like that
run.
chunk plays on first down, really get your offense motivated. It gets your quarterback feeling confident, and things can get going, and it leads to good success.
Able to break the tackle of Freddie Trammell. Haven't called his name too many times today. Unfortunately, it's been the Jay Mart show for him. Mart has been all over the field, but was unable for Trammell to make that play there, and it brings up 1st and 10 with 4:40 to go here in the third quarter. Flip out to Logan Jack, who spins and is hit right there by Mickey McGuire, who makes the play.
and 12 receptions, Andy, for Logan Jack as a receiver. And we're not even through the third quarter yet. I mean, it's easy to see that Logan Jack could finish with 20 receptions in this ball game.
Yeah, Carolina could keep feeding him the ball. They tried to on the goal line, and it didn't work, and that could have been a changing play in the game. Lucky for the Skyhawks, the defense went to work, got them the football back. 3 receivers wide here for South. Under center will give Logan Jack, dances in the hole, and is able to pick up 4.
I think they need to keep trying those gut plays. Keep changing it up, keep mixing it up. Outside, inside, keep the defense guessing, keep them honest, and you'll get where you're trying to get, and that's the end zone.
Important 3rd and 6 here. They kind of have to go down the field. 3rd and 6, not really room to work the swing game. They're going to go with a bunch. The single tight end to the bottom of the screen is Tony Zoma. Single back is Jack. They're going to throw it. This one a flip outside, and it is turning up the field for Sam Avalis, who has the first down to the 33-yard line. Big play for Avalis and big play for Carolina.
Yeah, Matt South had a couple of receivers open on that.
Yeah.
Reese Prasad on the slant, open in the middle, and then Avalis on the out route was open and got a first down for Carolina.
Well-designed first play for the Skyhawks, and that will set them up 17 all. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Heath McDaniel out of the slot. Again, backup receiver here at the bottom of the screen, but they will give it to Logan Jack up the middle, and that is not going to work. The J Mart show continues here in Texas.
My goodness, I cannot wait to get a stat update on J Mart. I mean, it's a competition right now between who can get the most tackles, E.K. Vinson or J Mart.
J Mart has been having a day, and he is looking to give the Lone Star Glory a day to remember, a very glorious day if they could pull off this victory. Here is the snap back to South, flips it out to Jack, and he is erased in the backfield. Bo Martin Jr. was Johnny on the spot to make the play.
And they were tired of those swing passes. I think Bo said, you know what, I've had enough of this. Bo knows I'm going to go in, I'm going to make this play. Great job by Bo Martin.
Sat down on it. It's a loss of 3. It'll bring up 3rd and 13 from the Lone Star 36 outside of field goal range. Even with Whistle Jones from here, it would be over a 52-yarder. South will line up with 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top in a gun straight look with a tight end Zoma on the line. High snap to South, pressure coming, fires on the corner route.
He
caught it! He caught it! Heath McDaniel Jr. hauls it down at the 13 despite bobbling the first pass.
I cannot believe that. He must have had like a bottle of water or something there on the sidelines. I don't know. He has gloves on.
He's wide
How
open.
did you bobble this ball, but unfortunately somehow able to secure it?
Just in time.
Probably saves his spot on this team, because if he had dropped that, I think they would have cut him, Andy.
What kind of stick-em does the Carolina Skyhawks have on the sideline today? First Prasad, now Heath McDaniel Jr., and they're down to the 13-yard line. Shotgun look for Matt South. Back up in it, halfback again. South to throw, fires to Avalis across the middle. Avalis to the goal line. They're right back to the mountaintop.
And 3 times, Carolina gets inside the SFL red zone. They throw a pass, but they can't quite drag him into the end zone. So it'll be interesting to see if they can actually punch this one in, Andy.
Yeah, the goal line has been the mountaintop for them today, but they throw a challenge flag at me. I'm not ref 62.
We're getting harassed
not
in the
one
booth.
to do it. Now we'll see if they can punch it in after having some trouble earlier. Logan Jack stands offset to the right. They'll give it to him. Jack into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Good play design. They split Jack out single right and just did a little quick, like a stretch play almost. But they had to ask Matt South to get over there with the quickness so that Logan Jack could get north-south instead of running east-west.
And the Carolina Skyhawks back out in front. Put 6 more on the board, make it 23-17. Whistle Jones on to try and add the extra point to push Carolina's lead to 7. Kick up and good, and now 24-17, a 7-point lead, and it was really a lot to have to do with that bobbled catch, which was incredible.
Yeah, and that would have killed that drive.
Absolutely.
It was a 3rd down play. Heath McDaniel able to make a play downfield, and really, had he dropped it, like I said, he probably would have been fighting for his spot on the roster. But, catches the ball, extends the drive, and gives Carolina the lead.
Quick moving 3rd quarter, 1:13 to go, and Carolina going to kick it back to Lone Star. The Glory going to field this one at the 4 and bring it out past the 20, and Deuce will take it to the 25-yard line, and that is where the offense for Lone Star will come back out. Despite the interception, Steven couldn't get much going on the last drive.
Yeah, and I think a big part of it, again, is I'm going to say Ike McBride.
Yeah.
Let her loose, let her run through this defense, because I think that's going to be your best shot.
They've had trouble bringing her down. The pass game has really where Carolina has kind of thrived on defense. So we'll see what Lone Star does coming out of the gate. 1:09 to go in the third. They're going to throw, and this one is thrown and tipped away. Beautiful defensive play there for Carolina by Mark Martin.
Yeah, Mark Martin. And you're starting to see now Carolina getting a little more comfortable. And they're making
confidence.
plays. They've been in position to make plays. It's just those 50-50 balls were going to Lone Star. And now some of those are starting to swing towards Carolina.
And on the road, you need to be able to make those 50-50 plays if you want to win the football game. Carolina is out in front right now, and we'll see if they are able to maintain that. Ace quads look here out of the Lone Star Glory. 4-2 look out of the Carolina Skyhawks. Single back is Ike McBride. 4-step drop here for Fennick. Moves in the pocket, delivers. That is first down yardage. Completes there to Ziggy Hronik.
Yeah, Ziggy Hronik has really has gotten a lot of love in the absence of Adam Williams this season. Has really been their main target at tight end, and does a good job there for the quarterback.
New set of downs here from the 36-yard line. Carolina brings a third linebacker and removes one of their defensive linemen from the ground. Here is the flip out to Ike McBride. McBride threw one. Oh, and takes a lick there at the 39.
Yeah, Shravan Prasad able to get there with a little bit of help and lays a big hit on Ike McBride. 2nd and 6, Andy, 30 from the 39-yard line.
Yeah, I almost would hand it off again. At this point in the game, I think I would give McBride 2 handoffs per set of 3 and throw it just once.
Yeah, and I would definitely snap it before the quarter is up here and give your team that extra break. You know, they're not quite tired, but snap it now and give them that long break going into the 4th quarter.
Instead, they will line up in the gun. They are still going to run it to Ike McBride. She breaks through 2, and McBride has first down yardage to the 47 in order to finish out the 3rd quarter. Carolina has jumped out in front 24-17, but a big run from McBride.
And McBride is really becoming one of my favorite backs to watch in the league.
Yeah.
You know, I've always had a thing for Reggie Streeter. Watching Reggie Streeter play really gets me going. But, you know, Ike McBride, some of these replays and these highlights that she has are amazing.
4's up here in the crowd at the convention. 4's and 86's up in the chat as we move with 11 minutes to go here in this contest. The Skyhawks out in front 24-17. Lone Star trying to battle their way to keep even with Carolina as they have done today. Steven, it almost feels like whoever has the ball last is going to win this game.
It could definitely come down to whoever has last possession in this game.
Give McBride on first down, and McBride rips off another 6. She is so hard to stop with a head of steam.
Yeah, and it's a different kind of back, Andy. You know, I can't keep saying it enough. The finesse backs, when they get outside, you kind of know what you're going to watch, but some of these power backs, they just don't always get that opportunity, and Ike McBride really shines with the ball in her hands.
They are going to spread 3 receivers out wide, put Adam Williams on the top of that formation. Single back is McBride, 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and they had the slot corner on Williams. This one, a flip out, though, to Deuce Fennick. Fennick, the ace to Deuce connection is good for a first down.
Yeah, and that's 3 first down conversions now for Deuce Fennick, and it seems like that anytime they get in those 3rd and shorts, Ace is dialing up Deuce.
Yeah. And that will move them out to the 39. This drive ever important for Lone Star to tie this game up in the 4th, giving it back to Carolina. If they were to score, that would almost seem like it could be the end of the game, Steven, the way this one is played out.
Yeah, and the length of drives, you know, if they can prolong these drives, that could definitely be the last possession.
Fennick, with all the time in the world, fires on the out route. Greg Soto will catch it, get 1 foot down short of the line to gain a 9.5-yard pickup.
You know, you like to see the receiver coming back to make the play on the ball, but took him, you know, short of the first down marker, so it sets up that 2nd and inches. But, you know, great recognition by Soto to get in front of that corner and take the ball away and secure the target from the quarterback.
Soto, the man from Indianapolis, Indiana, read about that in the SFL media guide, which we picked up here at the convention.
Fantastic media
Steven,
guide.
And it definitely adds some color to all of these teams and players. Here is a 2nd and inches play. They flip out. McBride with a one-hand catch. Has the first down yardage before getting plastered there on the side by the linebacker, but it'll be first down yardage no matter what.
Yeah, and McBride showed some soft hands there. A little one-handed jump and grab there, and, you know, you got to take it 10-10. Look at that, 10 targets, 10 receptions. So nice day out of the backfield for Ike McBride. 3.5
yards every catch for her, and they're going to throw this one again. This time an out route there is caught. Dave Axis fights for first down yardage down to the 17.
And it looked like Carolina was just almost in the right position there, but Fennick just staying true in the pocket, standing strong, and delivers a dime right there where it needed to be.
Yeah, to be quite honest, Stephen, both quarterbacks have played incredibly so far. Very few mistakes. They've thrown the ball where it needs to go. Really good games from both QBs.
And quickly, making their reads and getting it out of their hands. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do.
Single back offset to the right is McBride. Fennick going to change the football or play at the line. Takes the snap, going to throw this one to Dave Axis. How did he catch that one? A really tight throw for 9.
Yeah, Mark Martin, the 6'3" cornerback, all over the back of Dave Axis there, and just Axis fighting through the contact, does a great job reeling it in.
Martin looked like a cape on Dave Axis, just draped across the back of the receiver. Still doesn't matter. Axis makes the catch, and it'll bring up 2nd and 1. McBride on the field with 2 blockers in front. They'll give to Ike McBride. She is up to the 4, and that is where she'll be drugged down. 1st and goal for Lone Star.
Yeah, no real urgency from Lone Star. McBride celebrating a little bit, shimmying before she goes back to the huddle. But this is an opportunity again. I think you dial up Ike McBride on this one.
Yeah, I think you do. And honestly, Stephen, I would give Ike McBride 3 carries down here. I think there's no point in throwing the ball at this point, and that's not a knock on Ace Fennick. It's just a matter of how this game has gone. Instead, they will throw. They'll flip it out to McBride, though. Ike McBride powers her way to the Carolina goal line. A game of goal lines tonight. And look at the quarterback comparison.
So close. I mean, just they're neck and neck. I mean, just both of them fighting. I mean, like you said, not making really any mistakes. They're just doing what they got to do and letting their targets make the plays for them.
3 in the backfield. McBride has Pseudo Nakai out in front. 3-3 look for Carolina. 3 defensive backs on 1 receiver. Bottom of the screen. They flip McBride, and she walks the dog into the end zone. Touchdown, Lone Star.
And that was really interesting. You caught it right there before the ball was snapped. Carolina had 3 defensive backs down at the bottom of the screen. Got Carolina to shift in an awkward way, and it created a mismatch at the top of the screen for Lone Star. And it was just walk-in touchdown for Lone Star. Great play calling by the Glory on that one.
Yeah, McBride waltzes in. They will bring on Hugh Purvis to try and add the extra point to make it 24-all. And Stephen, the thought that I had before that play, looking at those quarterback comparisons, looking at the way this game has played out, these teams are about 2 of the most evenly matched teams I've ever seen.
Yeah, and they're really showing that they did their homework.
Yeah.
Right. They kind of understand their opponent's strengths and weaknesses, and I think both did a really good job trying to exploit that this week, and it's leading to a great game.
Yeah.
It's been a fantastic game.
The quarterbacks are 10 yards apart in terms of passing. We are all knotted up at 24, 7:43 to go, and this might be the tightest game we see at the SFL convention today. There's still a couple games tomorrow and one more this evening, but I might say it here, Stephen. This one might be the closest we see.
Yeah, this could be the game of the convention, and we'll see. Setting up for fireworks definitely on this one.
No one gets to breathe easy here as the convention center falls silent as nerves reach up for both teams. Now Carolina gets the ball back. They saw their lead evaporate with the defensive drive they just had. Now their offense gets a chance to put themselves back out in front.
Yeah, and I'm surveying some of the Lone Star and Carolina players here in the audience, and I'm just kind of looking at them. Everybody's a little calm, a little relaxed, and I was expecting to see a little bit more edge of the seat here. And get a little loud for me, Charles, Siobhan, somebody make some noise. There we go. It's a close ball game. Let's go.
Here goes Logan Jack out to the left-hand side, spins through 2. Logan Jack, all types of contact, a very tough 3-yard run.
So 7.5 minutes remaining, Andy, and Logan Jack's going to continue to get the carries out of the backfield. Now, I think that's what Carolina needs to do. You don't have to rush. You have all the time in the world. You've got all your timeouts. Keep putting the pressure on Lone Star.
2nd and 7 for Carolina, and to your point, some of the convention crowd, which has no ties in this game, looks a little anxious. Some of the neutral fans here in attendance. 4 receivers wide here for South, going to look to throw it. Out route there to the tight end is caught. Tony Zoma, a first down, turning upfield. Zoma has been big tonight.
Yeah, and Zoma really getting the most looks all season here in this ball game and really performing well at the convention.
Yeah, I really hope that the crowd at home can hear the Carolina contingent screaming after every first down, because we know here at a convention we can definitely hear them. So I would hope that you at home can. Otherwise, they're just yelling for themselves. Two receivers split out wide in the gun. Two backs in the backfield. 4-2 look here out of Lone Star. South going to fire underneath. That is caught and spinning upfield for 4 is Heath McDaniel Jr.
And McDaniel showed a lot better hands on that one. Didn't bobble that one. Stuck right to that one hand in the glove. And good job underneath McDaniel to reel that one in.
Ike McBride in the chat taunting the Carolina faithful, saying, y'all are too quiet. I'm more noisy in-house. So the Carolina team may have to step it up.
Let's get it up.
3 receivers wide, 2 in the backfield for South under center. 4-2 look out of Lone Star. Give Logan Jack. Jack will be sandwiched there at the 47. Makes it 3rd and 3. Difficult play here, Stephen, for Carolina. Do you throw or pass?
I think we're going to see the swing pass, Andy. I think I think Carolina has shown that they like that play. It's worked all game long for them. I expect them to get the first down on this swing pass. Right, let's go left side, bottom of the screen, first down.
I-twins formation, lots of room down here to the bottom of the screen. And they're going to give to Logan Jack heading that way. Jack cannot break the first tackle. Huge play, Bo Martin Jr.
And that's what you need. Cornerback stepped up, and nobody there to block him. Took advantage of that, filled the gap, and made a play in the backfield, stops that drive dead.
They don't call him No Way Bo, but they might call it the Bo Way after that play went Boware. And with 5 minutes, all right, with 5 minutes to go in the 4th. And that'll be it for me. Got hit in the head. And Carolina will have to punt it away. Lone Star will return this one only out to the 24.
We're going to need protection getting out of this game, man. We're going to need bodyguards after that joke, man.
I tell you what, Steven, you make the bad jokes at home, you don't even have any consequences here.
No fear for your life.
You get hit in the face with a flag.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
1st and 10 for the Lone Star Glory after a big play from Bo Martin Jr. will set up this offensive unit. Ace Fennick brings back out the unit to try with 5 minutes to go to put themselves back out in front. Nickel look here from Carolina. Fennick going to move in the pocket, fires across the middle. That one's collected. Dave Axis down to the 44-yard line.
And if you notice, Fennick was looking, surveying downfield, and moved up and to the right to create that window for this throw. Maybe this replay will give us that look on that window. But here he's surveying, steps up, see to the right, and created just enough space to get that window, that throw into Dave Axis.
John Neville supplied some pressure, but it wasn't enough to take down Fennick, and he was able to complete the pass across the middle to Dave Axis. Over 100 yards tonight for number 88, and now the Lone Star Glory are in business out to their own 44. 2 in the backfield, they will give Ike McBride. McBride bowls forward to midfield.
Yeah, midfield now, getting closer to plus territory for Lone Star. The clock is going to continue to tick away here. And I think Lone Star is, again, I don't think they're going to have any urgency. I think they're going to continue to feed Ike McBride.
Carolina on defense might need a play. Otherwise, it's not impossible that 4 minutes come off the clock here with these drives that we've been seeing tonight. 3 receivers split out. McBride offset to the right. 4-2 look out of Carolina's defense. Give McBride. McBride tackled. Trevin Prashad brings her down 2 yards shy of the line to gain.
But this is how you do it. This is how you milk the clock. You get 3 yards every time you run it, and you use up all 30, 40 seconds of the play clock, and you work, you will your way. You earn your way to a victory, and Lone Star is doing everything in their power to whittle this game away.
This an important play. 3rd and 2 here with 3:45 to go. 3-3 look out of Carolina's defense. They are going to throw out of it. Fennick under pressure, fires, complete! First down and more there to Ziggy Hronik, the tight end.
Yeah, and probably even more importantly, on the out route, able to turn upfield and stay in bounds and keep that clock running even after the first down.
Hronik there on the out route just found wide open space. Coverage coming over was Davidson Joseph just a little bit late and unable to make the tackle.
Yeah, and Joseph is one of those corners out there that, he's really strong. He's good in coverage, and, you expect him to make those kinds of plays. And so, he saved that touchdown there, but a little late reacting to the play.
Just over 3 minutes to go in this game. Carolina has let them down to the 28. Here is the give McBride. McBride threw 1, and she will get dragged down after picking up 5. And it's decision time here almost for Stephen for this Carolina defense. You might think about letting Lone Star score.
Almost. Almost, just so that you have the time to move down the field,
exactly.
Right? And give yourself a shot to stay in this game, because it's looking inevitable. They're in field goal range. If you let them eat up all the clock, you're out of this ballgame.
5 yards between them and the first down. A first down would make this thing very interesting. 2 in the backfield, 3-3 look for Carolina. Give McBride right up the gut. McBride, first down, yardage to the 17.
Up over the 100-yard mark, Andy. Probably the hardest 100 yards on the ground we've seen here at the convention. Ike McBride has had to earn all 100 of them.
And in a tie ball game, they don't technically have to snap this before the 2-minute warning. I have a bad feeling they will. 4 receivers out on the field. Single back is McBride. 3-3 look. They will snap it. Give McBride. And McBride flattened at the 17, and that's why maybe you take it to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, you maybe could have took it to the 2-minute warning. You would have had the same play, but you had burned all that much more clock. And Shavon Prasad able to get into the backfield, finally making a nice play in the backfield for the Skyhawks.
Flexing there on the camera, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes here at the Convention Center and in Denton, Texas. 24 all, and these teams have to figure out who is going to win this one.
Yeah, tie ball game here in League City. Both of these teams wanting to get away with the win. Lone Star threatening to push it in here, Andy, and extend the lead here on this game.
2nd and 10. Shotgun look for Ace Fennick. He is going to stand at the 17. 3-3 look out of Carolina. Drops back. Fennick surveys, fires across the middle, tipped up, and incomplete! Incomplete pass. It almost sat on the referee, and boy, that would have been something.
Yeah, it looked like the referee was like playing hacky sack or something out there. Just 'cause you're not supposed to get in the way of the ball there, and it almost allowed Shavon to get an interception. It was almost a really fortunate play for Carolina.
Ref 62 supposed to be unbiased, but it is convention weekend. You never know.
Maybe he felt bad about last convention and trying to help Harish out.
Now an important play, one of the biggest of the game. 3rd and 10 for Lone Star from the 17. Fennick stands in the pocket, pressure coming, pumps once, and sacked! Carolina makes the play. Coming right up was John Nevels. He had pressure earlier, he makes the sack now.
If you're Carolina, do you take a timeout? They're just going to let the clock run, Andy.
The crowd here at the convention would like the Skyhawks to take a timeout, but they have not done so far, and Lone Star is able to trot out the kicker. This is going to be Hugh Purvis with a chance to put them in the lead with a little over 1:20 to go. They are watching the clock tick down. We'll see where they snap it at. Now under 8 seconds on the play clock. Down to 6, down to 5, and Lone Star is going to attempt the field goal now. A little bit of a bad snap, kick on the way for Purvis, and it is good from 38 yards. The Lone Star Glory out in front, 27-24.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Back and
both
forth
of these
we go.
teams just one team takes control and the other team gets mad and they take it back, and so it's just last possession. Here we are, final possession of the ball game, and Carolina with the shot to take the victory.
27-24. It'll all be on the hands of Matt South. 3 timeouts and 1:09 to work with for the Carolina offense. Kick is away. Harish Prasad will try and set this offense up. Out across the 30, shakes one, and Prasad out to the 34. That really bodes well. Steven, all they need to do is get in field goal range.
That's right. And, a good return, not a great return, but a good return, getting your team out to the 34-yard line. Now 3 timeouts for Carolina, and like you said, Andy, they just have to get into field goal range, and they have the receivers to do that. Sam Avlis has been having a great game. Heath McDaniel Jr. having a good game, and you're trusting, Harish Prasad has been working you down the field all game long.
Gun straight look, and they are going to throw out of this one. An adjustment late from Lone Star. Will adjust there on the defensive side. South going to throw 90 all slants in and out of the hands of the receiver, incomplete.
Yeah, and it looked like the adjustments, they went ahead and tipped their hands, shoved the cover 3, and just said, hey, if you got us figured out, let's see if you can make the play. And Lone Star able to knock that one away. Good job by Albert Begin to step up and time it perfectly.
Hawking that pass right there, and Cameron Walsh had no chance against a much bigger, stronger safety.
Yeah, Albert Begin 6'3", 225, Andy, out there. His first season here with Lone Star, just earning his stripes with the glory.
The Carolina faithful are on their feet awaiting, hoping that their offense can work themselves into field goal range for Whistle Jones to potentially tie this football game. 2 in the backfield, 3 wide, McDaniel Jr. in the slot. Here is South on a 5-step drop, pressure coming, and South goes down! Jukin Rukin will come through, And the Lone Star faithful rise to their feet.
Yeah, it was a great blitz there. They sent Yogi Bar in, and they dropped back another defensive end, but also blitzed their linebacker Freddie Trammell. So the mix-up and the sending the late blitz really, I think, got Matt South confused and just had nowhere to throw it.
Yeah, Yogi Bar makes a big play there, and Carolina did take one of their timeouts to face this 3rd and 17. Definitely 4-down territory.
Yeah, you have to go for it. You know, this is the ball game. You got to go for it. This is 4-down territory.
Gun straight here again. Matt South stands alone in the shotgun. He will look to throw it. South gonna fire on the corner route. It's open. It's caught across the 50, down to the 40, 35, down to the 33, and the Skyhawks are gonna hurry it up.
Everybody's getting to the line. Carolina's going crazy. Everybody's going crazy.
Harish Prasad screaming at the screen. Snap to South. South going to stand in the pocket, fires, and incomplete. And that is as good as a timeout, Steve.
Yeah, that's better than a timeout. I mean, you lose the down, but I think that the timeouts are going to be really, really important as we get closer. As they get into field goal range, you're going to need as many of those as you can.
They are just on the edge of it. From here, Absolutely. It would be a 49-yarder for Whistle Jones. Not necessarily impossible to think about. Anything 5 to 10 more yards would make it feel almost like something that could really happen here. 3 receivers wide, 2 in the backfield for Matt South. Heath McDaniel Jr. in the slot again. Here's South, short drop, gonna fire across the middle, and that one's almost picked off. Evan Lacey had a chance to put the game on ice.
And Lacey knew exactly what Carolina was gonna do there, just could not make the play. So unfortunate that you had it there. You had it in your hands, the game-sealing interception in your hands, and you just can't come up with it. Carolina has another opportunity here, Andy.
And I think the South Shore Harbor Resort is going to need to call a roofer because there's going to be a play that's going to blow the roof off this place.
Yeah, this place is going to explode.
Gun straight look again. Matt South in the shotgun on 3rd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Needs yardage here. South wants all the yardage. Fires down the field. Tipped up and incomplete. Harish Prasad could not haul it in. 4th and 10, decision time.
Yeah, and you can feel the tension in these rooms as the play results happen. It swells and reduces, and it's so great. You can just feel it in the room, Andy.
And I think you have to send out 17. Whistle Jones, they will do so. Jamison Klein will be the holder.
With the opportunity to take us into overtime, Andy, this is a huge kick for Whistle Jones and this Carolina Skyhawks.
49-yarder. Keep an eye on the fan cam in the top left. Whistle Jones is on. Snap down.
Skyhawks
hold is
are on their
down.
feet.
Kick is away. This kick is up. And it's good! Carolina has tied this game at 27. Unreal.
And look at the camaraderie there for the teamwork hug, and everybody's happy, and it's a tie ball game now with the chance to go into overtime and win this one.
Huge boot from Whistle Jones, barely makes it over. Lone Star, though, don't call this one done yet. 24 seconds, all 3 timeouts for the Glory.
And they have taken some deep shots down the field. You know, Adam Williams had a big 15, 20-yard play. Greg Soto's had a big play down the field. Dave Axis had the big touchdown. So, you know, Lone Star can definitely take the top off this team.
Kick is away. Here comes the return from Deuce Fennick. Out across the 20, shakes one. Deuce is going to get out to the 27-yard line. They just need field goal range themselves, but, Steven, they don't have a star kicker on this roster for Lone Star.
Yeah, and so that means they're really going to have to get down almost the 30-yard line, maybe even a little closer. You know, it's just, you can't rely on that consistency when you don't invest in that position group.
The tensions rising both here at the convention and on the field. 3 receivers wide for Ace Fennick, who's going to line up in the shotgun. McBride set to his left. Nickel look here out of the Carolina Skyhawks. They will dump it out to McBride. McBride goes through one. McBride down at the 36 and a timeout from the Glory.
And, you know, McBride just continues to get better as this game. She does not appear to be slowing down or getting weaker. She appears to be getting stronger, just absolutely making the defense earn everything against her.
2nd and a yard, 27 points all. They need to get in field goal range if they want to try and keep this thing from going to overtime. 2 receivers, bottom of the screen. Single back is Ike McBride. 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers for Carolina. Deep drop here from Fennick. Fires, caught, 1st down yardage. Adam Williams going to get down to the 47 with 8 seconds to go. They're at very least going to be in range to take a Hail Mary shot.
Yeah, can take that Hail Mary shot, but I'm almost willing to bet that they're going to try to throw it underneath one more time, get into that field goal range, and then burn that last time out and take the shot. You know, the missed field goal gets you nothing but overtime. So
It's
I think
not
I
impossible.
don't think you want to take the deep shot, risk the interception and a pick six. I think you should take the short route, take the conservative approach, and try to get into field goal range and win this game.
From the 47, they are going to line up single back, 3 receivers wide and a triple look, nickel look here out of the defense. Ace Fennick under center will take the play clock down as tensions rise here in Denton. Down to 2. Fennick going to take the snap, fires across the middle, caught across the 50. That tackle made it to 48. Timeout, and they are going to have just enough time for a Hail Mary.
It is going to be a Hail Mary. The only attempt here has got to be a shot at the end zone for Lone Star. Otherwise, it's going to be overtime.
Yeah, they definitely need to make something happen. Otherwise, we are going to overtime, Steven.
It's going to be really, really crazy. You know, you don't always get the play that you expect. A lot of times these Hail Marys lead to sacks, but they do produce some huge plays. We've had some amazing tip balls in the past that just happen to fall into somebody's hands, and it's the difference maker. And wouldn't that be that opportunity, that time, Andy, right now?
Who knows? They're going to send 4 to the bottom of the screen. Dave Axis the furthest to the bottom. Soto in the middle there. And it's going to be Ace Fennick in the shotgun. 3 down linemen for the Carolina Skyhawks. Fennick stands in the pocket. Seems to be well protected. Pressure coming now. Shakes off one. And sacked! Sacked there for Carolina by Phil Hall. And we are going to a 5th frame of football. But, Stephen, we did say that if we needed to, Charles and Harish would box to see who would win.
The blood death match. They agreed to it. We saw it.
They're standing up on the cam. I think
they're squaring off.
I think I got my money on Charles. No offense to Harish.
Yeah, Charles was ready. Charles was about that life. He was ready to go.
Get your 5s up in chat. We're here for extra football free of charge at the SFL convention. And Carolina will receive the kickoff. Remember, SFL rules, Stephen, first score wins.
Yes, first score wins. Doesn't matter field goal or
Doesn't
touchdown.
matter.
First score wins, and there are no ties. We will go until there is a score in this ballgame.
This is what makes the SFL great, and this is what makes the convention great. Someone is going to be the difference. Someone is going to be a star tonight. Ball on the tee. Purvis sends it away. Harish Prasad back for the return. Will bring it out across the 25-yard line. Prasad spins. Ball! And Lone Star has it. A huge recovery for the Glory. Mickey McGuire with the recovery.
And Carolina just cannot catch a break at these convention games. I mean, just Harish Prasad. Kick return, it's a normal play for him, makes a spin and just somehow loses the grip on this ball, and now Lone Star in position to win this ball game.
Believe it or not, Stephen, I think Gunny got up and left before the opening period. I don't know if he's still in the room, but he recovered the fumble, and now Lone Star has set up at the 31-yard line.
The wisest man in the SFL knew what time it was.
He knew. 4 receivers wide here for Ace Fennick. Remember, they still have to score. Fennick stands in the pocket, flips on the out route. That's caught Greg Soto 4 yards up to the 27.
Still, look at these quarterback comparisons, and he's still just neck and neck, fighting
Neck
it
and
out.
neck.
Both quarterbacks having a tremendous ball game.
It is all going to come down to this overtime period, and someone is going to have to make the difference. The Lone Star Glory closing in on field goal range, although with the not star kicker, nothing is guaranteed. Carolina has a chance to still make a play. Heavy formation here. They will give McBride off this left side. McBride up the middle, rumbling. First down to the 21.
And you have to wonder, you know, is Lone Star going to continue to try to push this into the end zone, or are they just going to go conservative when they feel comfortable and kick this in just for the sure victory? I mean, it'll be interesting to see how Lone Star approaches this as they get closer to the SFL red zone.
Offense still on the field, and if you are Lone Star, you have to be worried about making a potential mistake. Gun look, 2 receivers, bottom of the screen against Nickel. Here is Fennick going to dump it out to Ike McBride off the right-hand side. McBride picks up 2.
And I like it. I like it by Fennick. Get the ball out of your hands quickly. You know, reduce risk, minimize risk. Get it to your running back and let her do the work for you. 2nd and 8 from the 19. From here, it would be over a 30-yarder for Hugh Purvis. He's made a couple of kicks tonight. Let's see if they call on him. Nope, not on this play. They're going to bring the offense back out. McBride in the gun. They are going to flip it to McBride off this right-hand side, and Ike will go down at the 16. 3rd and 5. Shrevin Prasad with the tackle. Yeah, Prasad there to help bring down McBride. And, you know, Lone Star just working their way, fighting their way down the field. not really feeling any pressure here. I think they just continue to feed Ike and let her do her work.
Third down, gun straight look. This is dangerous for Lone Star. Nickel look here for Carolina, potentially a chance to make a play. All slants throw across the middle is incomplete, in and out of the hands of the receiver. A dangerous ball across the middle, does not find Deuce Fennick, and from the 16, it'll be Hugh Purvis on with a chance to win it.
Definitely not necessarily a chip shot. Again,
no,
we
not
said
at
it all
all.
game. Lone Star does not invest very much in the special teams unit, so anything can go here. We'll see if Carolina can get any kind of pressure. Earlier in the day, Andy, we had a missed snap on a punt go for a safety. So I mean, these special teams plays, anything
can happen. Will Harish Prasad's fumble picked up by Gunny McGuire be the difference in the game? The holder is Jacob Parrott. Hugh Purvis on to kick it. Kick is away from Parrott. It is up, and it is good from 32 yards. The Lone Star Glory survive in overtime. A 30-27 victory over the Carolina Skyhawks. What a game.
Yeah, great sportsmanship by these two ownerships. Harish Prasad and Charles Doherty, both displaying great ownership, great leadership for their teams and the rest of the community. But fantastic game, Andy. I mean, this was one of the better ones of the day. Both teams striking, taking shots down the field through the air, working the running backs, trying to mix it up, trying to show that they had an idea of what they wanted to achieve in this ball game. And I think both teams succeeded. Both teams played a heck of a ball game and really have nothing to hang their head on this one.
One turnover from both teams. Lone Star had that fumble in the first quarter. Harish Prasad unfortunately pays it back in overtime in the worst way. And it was really, what it came down to, Stephen, we talked about it. The team that held the ball last won the football game. Carolina thought their offense was coming out, thought they might hold it last, but at the end of the day, the Lone Star Glory at home get the job done.
Yeah, and how uncharacteristic is it, right? You win that 50-50 coin toss. It's your, you have to feel like, man, this is my ball game, and then just the most uncharacteristic game happens. And it's so unfortunate, but Carolina again played a heck of a ball game here today. I think they looked sharp. They had an idea, they had a vision, and I think they executed it. So I think next week, you have to look out for them.
Both of these teams able to do it well. Keith McDaniel Jr. and Dave Axis both over 100 yards today. Ike McBride over 100 on the ground with a score, and it really came down to a couple plays that made the difference. Really clean game from both teams. No interceptions, 9 tackles for Jay Martin. Chad Stinson beat him out with 11.
That was a big help from the assisted tackle. Probably there to help, because you get a half tackle for an assist, so they stack those up too. But those Jay Mark tackles, pretty much all 9 of those were solo tackles. That was him on an island. Yeah,
and a huge battle at the convention. Ike McBride, the player of the game, but I would almost make the argument that Mickey McGuire should be after that fumble.
Yeah, or whoever caused the fumble on that kick return definitely gave Lone Star the opportunity in this ball game. But again, Ike McBride, after the last 2 weeks, has slowly been just working up my favorite running back list. I mean, she's just a monster out there on the field.
30-27, the overtime final. The Lone Star Glory get the win at home over the Carolina Skyhawks. And Week 3 action continues momentarily from the SFL convention. Thank you and good night.